Aerobic respiration. For aerobic respiration to take place within the mitochondria, the final product of glycolysis, pyruvate, is transported from the cytoplasm into the mitochondria. See here, aerobic respiration. So the aerobic respiration takes place in the mitochondria. So see, everybody knows that mitochondrial diagram. Mitochondrial diagram. Okay. So like this way. In this one, matrix like this way will be there. This mitochondrial matrix will be there like that. So aerobic respiration takes place within the mitochondria. Within the mitochondria. See here, this is the mitochondrial matrix. In this one, aerobic respiration takes place. What aerobic respiration? See, glycolysis. Final product is pyruvate. Glycolysis. Final product is pyruvate. This pyruvate glycolysis reaction takes place in the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is also called cytosol. So this process takes place in the cytoplasm. Okay, it is the cell inside the cell cytoplasm. Here glycolysis takes place. As a result of glycolysis, pyruvate is formed. From the cytoplasm, this pyruvate is entered into the mitochondrial matrix. In the mitochondrial matrix, further means what? This pyruvate undergoes changes and produces a kind of a product. That entire process is called Krebs cycle. Krebs cycle. So before discussing about Krebs cycle, in the mitochondrial matrix, some changes takes place. Those are all the changes commonly called aerobic respiration. Okay, that's all. Next. The crucial events in aerobic respiration are, see, crucial events in aerobic respiration are the crucial events, important events in aerobic respiration in the mitochondrial matrix. Some events takes place. Those are, we will see. The complete oxidation of pyruvate by the stepwise removal of the hydrogen atoms. See here, complete oxidation of pyruvate. Glucose is converted into two molecules of pyruvate. Morning we discussed that end product of glycolysis is pyruvate. Two molecules of pyruvic acid with 3 carbon atom. You have to remember 3 carbons. Okay, so the complete oxidation of pyruvate, when pyruvate is completely oxidized by a stepwise reactions, at that moment a removal of hydrogen atoms. From this, hydrogen atoms are removed, leaving 3 molecules of carbon dioxide. So 3 molecules of carbon dioxide removed. Why? Here 3 carbon atoms are there. Na? Each carbon is combined with oxygen. So carbon dioxide is formed. Because so aerobic respiration in presence of oxygen takes place. That's why. So with 3 molecules of carbon, oxygen is combined and carbon dioxide is leaving 3 molecules of carbon dioxide. The passing one of the electrons removed, the passing one of the electrons removed as a part of the hydrogen atoms. So when the hydrogen atoms are removing, along with that electrons also removed. Okay, that's it. So passing one of the electrons removed as a part of the hydrogen atoms to molecular oxygen. Here 3 carbon. Okay, so hydrogen atoms to molecular oxygen. Okay, so electrons removed as a part of the hydrogen atoms. Hydrogen atoms are removed and electrons are also removed. Electrons are also removed. These electrons are joined to the oxygen. These electrons are joined to the oxygen. These are joined to the oxygen with simultaneous synthesis of ATP. So when the oxygen is combined with electrons, automatically here in the mitochondrial matrix, ATP is synthesized. ATP is synthesized. Next, pyruvate, which is formed by the glycolytic catabolism of carbohydrates in the cytosol. Cytosol, nothing but cytoplasm. Okay, so this pyruvate is formed as a result of glycolysis. in the cytoplasm of the cell. After entering mitochondrial matrix, see glycolysis. End product is pyruvate. Pyruvate or pyruvic acid, both are same only. So this pyruvate entered into the mitochondrial matrix. It is called mitochondrial matrix. This is called mitochondrial matrix. In this mitochondrial matrix, to this mitochondrial matrix, this pyruvate is entered. See, after entering pyruvate, after entering the mitochondrial matrix, undergoes oxidative decarboxylation by complex set of reactions. Those reactions are catalyzed by pyruvic dehydrogenase. Pyruvic acid. Pyruvic acid is converted into 3 carbon atoms. Three carbon atoms out of 3, 1 carbon removed as a carbon dioxide, CO2. 1 from 3C, 1 carbon goes out, then 2C are remaining. Then 2 carbon atom of acetyl coenzyme A formed with 2 carbon atom. So this entire reaction is catalyzed by removal of carbon dioxide is called oxidative decarboxylation by a complex set of reactions. Those are all the reactions are catalyzed by the enzyme. That enzyme is pyruvic dehydrogenase. Here enzyme. That enzyme name is pyruvic dehydrogenase. Pyruvic dehydrogenase enzyme. Okay. So here see, this pyruvic acid is converted into acetyl coenzyme A by removing carbon dioxide with the help of enzyme pyruvic dehydrogenase. This entire reaction takes place in the mitochondrial matrix. Okay, that's all. The reaction is catalyzed by pyruvic dehydrogenase. Require the participation of several enzymes. Okay, here along with these, other enzymes also participated, including NAD ion. Here, NAD ion participated. So here I said removal of as a part of hydrogen atoms, I said na. So NAD ion receives these hydrogen atoms, it becomes NADH. So NAD ion gaining protons and reduced to NADH. See here given, including NAD ion becomes, NAD ion is participated and it becomes NADH. Okay, so when from 3C carbon atoms, so 1 carbon dioxide is eliminated out, 2 carbon atoms will be there. So these 2 carbon atoms are converted into acetyl coenzyme A with 2 carbon atoms. These are called crucial events in aerobic respiration. Okay, ma? That's all. Next. Give a brief account of Krebs cycle. Okay, so these are all the steps takes place before starting the Krebs cycle. Okay, now Krebs cycle. See here, I said glucose oxidation occurs in 2 steps. The first step is glycolysis. Second step is Krebs cycle. So before starting Krebs cycle, and in between these two, up to now I said crucial events of aerobic cycle. So those are all events takes place. After that, Krebs cycle is initiated. See, Krebs cycle definition. Give a brief account of Krebs cycle or write briefly about citric acid cycle. Why it is called citric acid cycle, I will say. Complete oxidation of pyruvic acid. See here, complete oxidation of pyruvic acid. Complete oxidation of pyruvic acid. See, pyruvic acid into carbon dioxide and water is called Krebs cycle. So when pyruvic acid is completely oxidized and releases one end product, in meanwhile carbon dioxides are released. Before we discussed 3 carbon atoms are released, 3 carbon dioxides are released. water is formed. Okay, that's all. The entire sequence of reactions was discovered by Sir Hans Krebs. Hence, the name Krebs cycle was given to this cycle. So now, whatever may be the cyclic changes, I will say those are all the events are discovered by Sir Hans Krebs. That's why it is called Krebs cycle. Okay, that's all. Next, occurrence, where Krebs cycle takes place. There is reactions occurs in mitochondrial matrix. Oxygen is not required for any reactions in Krebs cycle. Actually, oxygen is not required for Krebs cycle. See here, mitochondrial matrix means what? Here we discussed mitochondrial matrix. This is called mitochondrial matrix. This is called mitochondrial matrix. In this mitochondrial matrix, before events I said pyruvic acid is oxidized and acetyl coenzyme A is formed. Those are all the events takes place in the mitochondrial matrix. So acetyl coenzyme A is formed with 2 carbon atoms. Its further reaction also takes place in matrix. See, mitochondrial matrix. Oxygen is not required. Oxygen is not required. If oxygen is available, nothing happens. Okay, that's all. These are all the reaction takes place. Next, oxidative pyruvic acid to acetyl coenzyme A. Here given exactly how this pyruvic acid is formed. Pyruvic acid is entered into the mitochondrial matrix. In the mitochondrial matrix, this pyruvic acid, how it is converted into acetyl coenzyme A. That is what here explained clearly. Yes, come to the point. In eukaryotic organisms, extraction of additional energy from pyruvic acid takes place exclusively in mitochondria. Not only in eukaryotic organisms, the extraction of additional energy, absorption of additional energy from pyruvic acid occurs in mitochondria. Next, pyruvic acid that transported into the mitochondria is not used directly in the Krebs cycle. Whatever may be the pyruvic acid added into the Krebs cycle, that is directly not utilized by the Krebs cycle. Instead of one of the 3 carbon atoms of pyruvic acid is first cleaved off and oxidized to carbon dioxide by the enzyme pyruvate dehydrogenase. This is called oxidative decarboxylation. The remaining 2 carbon molecules left is called acetyl group. This acetyl molecules 2 carbon gets attached to the coenzyme A to form acetyl coenzyme A. Already I said, okay, how I said this is, see here. See, pyruvic acid, same already I said, pyruvic acid, this is mitochondrial matrix. Pyruvic acid from the glycolysis entered into the mitochondrial matrix. Here from them, it is 3 carbon atom. From the 3 carbon atom, 1 carbon goes out as carbon dioxide. Remaining 2 carbons. These 2 carbons are attached to the coenzyme A. Here only coenzyme A in the mitochondrial matrix. Okay, so removing carbon dioxide is called oxidative decarboxylation. The remaining 2 carbon molecules left is called acetyl group. So from the pyruvic acid, 1 carbon goes. If 1 carbon goes, remaining 2 carbons are called acetyl group. Acetyl group. These acetyl molecules gets attached to the coenzyme A to form acetyl coenzyme. This entire is called acetyl coenzyme A with 2 carbons. Okay, so this acetyl coenzyme A is entered in the Krebs cycle reactions. So from these 2 carbon atoms, one time 1 carbon goes out as a carbon dioxide, another time 1 carbon goes out as a carbon dioxide. That's all. Okay, that's all. So at the end of oxidative phosphorylation, oxidative decarboxylation, so 2 carbon acetyl coenzyme is A is formed, and also here NAD ion is converted into NADH. Okay, before starting Krebs cycle, NAD ion is reduced to NADH, and 2 carbon atom of acetyl coenzyme A is formed. Now, see, in the conversion of pyruvic acid to acetyl coenzyme A in the mitochondria, see here, carbon dioxide is released from the pyruvic acid and NAD ion is reduced to NADH. Already we discussed that. Net gain of energy. So during the process, 2 molecules of NADH are produced. See, during the process means what? Pyruvic acid is converted into acetyl coenzyme A. carbon dioxide is released. Here NAD ion is reduced to NADH. So during this process, two molecules of NADH formed. How? See, it is one pyruvic acid. It is one pyruvic acid is formed in glycolysis. It goes into the mitochondrial matrix. It goes into the mitochondrial matrix. In this cell mitochondrial matrix, pyruvic acid is converted into acetyl coenzyme A, forms one NADH. In this, it goes to the mitochondrial matrix and forms one NADH. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 NADH formed. So during this process, two molecules of NADH are produced from metabolism of two molecules of pyruvic acid. It is one molecule, it is one. Two molecules of pyruvic acid. It is produced during glycolysis. Hence, there is a net gain of 6 ATP molecules. That means what? So already morning I said 1 NADH oxidized and gives 3 ATP molecules. Here 2 NADH, one more NADH oxidized and gives 3 ATP molecules. Totally 6 ATP molecules are formed. So this is 6 ATP molecules. Morning 8 formed. 2 ATP and 6. Total 8. 2 ATP directly formed. From the NADH 6, 8. Morning glycolysis 8. These 6. Altogether 14 ATP are formed up to now. Okay, that's all. Now, exact tricarboxylic acid cycle or citric acid cycle or Krebs cycle. See, the name Krebs cycle is given after the name of the discoverer, Sir Hans Krebs. He proposed this cycle in 1937 and awarded Nobel Prize in 1953. Krebs cycle is also known as the citric acid cycle because it begins with the formation of citric acid, or as the tricarboxylic acid cycle because citric acid has 3 carboxyl groups. See, Krebs cycle is also known as a citric acid cycle because the first stable product, citric acid, 6 carbon atom of citric acid. That's why it is called citric acid cycle. Okay, see how it is. So already there what formed? 2 carbon atom of acetyl coenzyme A with the 2 carbon atom. It is combined with oxaloacetate. Oxaloacetate. OAA means oxaloacetate. It has 4 carbon atoms. These 4 carbon atoms, these 2 carbon atoms togetherly 6 carbons. When it is combined with acetyl coenzyme A, then as a result of these 2 combinations, here what formed? Citric acid. Citric acid with 6 carbon atoms. That's why Krebs cycle is also known as the citric acid cycle because it begins with the formation of citric acid. It begins with the formation of citric acid. Okay, now it is also called citric acid. It is also called as the tricarboxylic acid cycle because citric acid has 3 carboxyl groups. So Krebs cycle is also called tricarboxylic acid because in this citric acid IUPAC structure, if you will see, 3 carboxylic groups are there. Like this way, 3 carboxyl groups are there. When we will see citric acid cycle IUPAC structure, and that IUPAC structure 1, 2, 3 carboxylic acid cycles are there. 3, right? Those 3 are carboxylic acid cycle. That's why citric acid cycle is also called tricarboxylic acid cycle because citric acid has 3 carboxyl groups. Krebs cycle or citric acid cycle takes place in mitochondria only. As a continuation of acetyl coenzyme A, this entire process takes place in mitochondrial matrix. It includes a series of reactions which occurs in the matrix and inner membrane of the mitochondria. Okay, so mitochondrial matrix, see. Here, well, the reactions continuously goes to inner membrane of the mitochondria. Okay, that's it. See, which occurs in the matrix and the inner membrane of the mitochondria means, so matrix onwards, the cyclics continuously goes to the inner membrane of the mitochondria. Krebs cycle begins with acetyl coenzyme A. See, acetyl coenzyme A. It is combines with oxaloacetic acid to form citric acid. That's why it is called citric acid cycle. Citric acid cycle. Next, given below are the schematic representation. Acetyl coenzyme A. First, acetyl coenzyme A combines with oxaloacetic acid the 4 carbon compound produced cycle itself to produce 6 carbon compound citric acid. Just now I said. Just now only I said that. Okay. Just now I said that is. Okay. See. Acetyl coenzyme A combines with oxaloacetic acid and forms 6 carbon citric acid cycle. Citric acid, 6 carbon compound citric acid. During this reaction, coenzyme A is released from the acetyl coenzyme A. Coenzyme A released from the acetyl coenzyme A, and the acetyl group 2C combines with oxaloacetic acid to form citric acid. So coenzyme A released from this coenzyme A is released from the acetyl CoA, and this acetyl group 2 carbon acetyl group is combined with oxaloacetic acid with 4 carbon. Then it forms 4 citric acid. 6 carbon atom of citric acid. Next, this citric acid is then rearranged or isomerized into isocitric acid. This is converted into isocitric acid. This is isocitric acid. Here isocitric acid with 6 carbon atom. Now begins two successive steps of decarboxylation. Decarboxylation means what? From the 6 carbons, 2 places carbon is combined with oxygen and eliminated as carbon dioxide. So that is called decarboxylation. In these 2 steps, 2 molecules of carbon dioxide are produced. Also 2 molecules of NAD are reduced to NADH. See, isocitric acid is converted into alpha ketoglutaric acid. See here, isocitric acid is oxidized to alpha ketoglutaric acid. So when isocitric acid is converted into alpha ketoglutaric acid, what happened here? NAD ion is converted into NADH. Next, out of 6 carbon, 1 carbon is eliminated out. Okay, this is called decarboxylation. Next, this alpha ketoglutaric acid, carbon dioxide is removed from the alpha ketoglutaric acid, and the product is combined with CoA to form what formed here? Carbon dioxide is removed from alpha ketoglutaric acid, and product is combined with CoA. See, from this isocitric acid, carbon dioxide is removed. Carbon is removed, and product is combined with CoA. CoA common will be there, this CoA. So whatever the alpha ketoglutaric acid is combined with CoA to produce succinyl coenzyme A here. So this CoA from this alpha ketoglutaric acid is from this CoA is combined with another and forms a succinic CoA or succinyl NYL succinyl CoA. See here, 6 carbon, 1 carbon went out as a carbon dioxide, 5. Remaining 5 carbons. From this 5, 1 more carbon dioxide is eliminated out. Then 4 carbons. Those 4 carbons are added to succinyl coenzyme A. Okay, that's all. Next, succinyl coenzyme A. Next, coenzyme A now is cleared from this coenzyme A is cleared from succinyl coenzyme A to form succinic acid. Next, coenzyme A from succinyl coenzyme A cleared, separated and forms succinic acid. Succinic acid. It also results in the formation of ATP molecule, succinic acid. Okay, here what formed? ATP formed. How ATP formed? Here GTP, guanosine diphosphate, is combined with inorganic phosphate and forms GTP. Guanosine diphosphate is combined with inorganic phosphate and forms here one GTP means what? Guanosine diphosphate. Next, this is succinic acid. This succinic acid oxidized to form fumaric acid. Fumaric acid. Fumaric acid. This is succinic acid is converted into fumaric acid. So 4 carbon atoms commonly added. 4 carbon atoms. Okay. So here what happened when succinic acid is converted into fumaric acid? Here FAD ion is reduced to FADH. FADH2. 2 protons are added. Okay, FAD ion receives 2 protons. Then FAD ion is converted into FADH2. That's all. Next, this fumaric acid is converted into malate. 4 carbon atom as usually transferred. Okay, that's all. This malate is converted into here oxaloacetate. Here what is formed? Fumaric acid is converted into malate. This malate is converted into oxaloacetic acid. Here 1 NAD ion is converted into NADH. Okay, here totally how many NADH? Here 1 NADH, here 1 NADH, here 1 FADH2, here 1 GTP. Okay, GTP is oxidized and gives 1 ATP. NADH oxidized and gives 3 ATP. FADH oxidized and gives 2 ATP. NADH oxidized and gives 3 ATP. We have to calculate ATP molecules. It is the oxidation of glucose to pyruvic acid. This pyruvic acid is oxidizing and gives approximately 38 ATP molecules. Those 38 ATP molecules calculation now we have to see that. Okay, so malate is converted into oxaloacetic acid with 4 carbon atoms. So here acetyl coenzyme A combined with oxaloacetic acid and forms citric acid. This process is continuously happens like this way. This is called Krebs cycle. This entire cycle is called Krebs cycle. Okay, that's all. Now see. Net gain. Here see. Net gain. See, the starting from the formation of citric acid, following energy molecules are obtained from one pyruvic acid molecule. See, one pyruvic acid. One pyruvic acid means what? Here see. This side one pyruvic acid, this side one pyruvic acid. As a splitting, as a result of fructose 1,6-diphosphate. One pyruvic acid, if you will calculate, then automatically another pyruvic acid calculation, we get to know that it. See here, from one pyruvic acid molecule that enters the Krebs cycle after oxidation as acetyl coenzyme, 3 NADH on oxidative phosphorylation yields 9 ATP. 3 NADH on oxidative phosphorylation yield 9 ATP. 9 ATP means what? 1 NADH gives 3 ATP. So totally 3 NADH. 3 is 9 ATP molecules. So these 3 NADH were formed, we have to see. See, here 1 NADH, here 1 NADH, 2. Next, when pyruvic acid is converted into acetyl coenzyme A by removing first carbon dioxide, here 1 NAD formed. That is 1. 3. It is 1, 2. Here, pyruvic acid when is converted into acetyl coenzyme A by removing 1 carbon dioxide, at that time here 1 NADH formed. So totally 3 is 9 ATP molecules. Next, FADH, see here. FADH2 we can write, FADH we can write. Depends upon protons. So FADH2, each FADH oxidizes and gives 2 ATP molecules. One FADH is equal to 2 ATP. One GTP, here see, guanosine diphosphate is combined with inorganic phosphate and forms GTP. Each GTP oxidizes and gives 1 ATP. Here I mentioned one GTP oxidizes and gives 1 ATP direct, 1 ATP. Okay, so 9, 10, 11, 12, totally 12 ATP molecules. So see here, one side pyruvic acid oxidized and gives 12 ATP molecules. In the same way, from another side, pyruvic acid oxidized and gives 12 ATP molecules. 12 plus totally 24 ATP molecules. See here. Since from one glucose molecules, 2 pyruvic acid molecules are formed during glycolysis, hence total 12 to 24 ATP molecules are produced during Krebs cycle. So if you listen concentrated, you will get to know that 24 ATP molecules are formed during Krebs cycle. Already in glycolysis, how many formed? In glycolysis, how many formed? How many ATP molecules are formed? In glycolysis, how many ATP molecules are formed? Can you say anybody? Can anybody say in glycolysis how many formed? Hello. See, since one molecule of glucose, since one glucose molecules, 2 pyruvic acid molecules are formed during glycolysis. Hence, total 12 to 24 ATP molecules are produced during Krebs cycle. 24 ATP molecules are produced during Krebs cycle. Here 24 ATP molecule, Krebs cycle. In glycolysis, 2 ATP atoms are directly formed, 2 NADH formed. 2 NADH means 2 NADH. Each NADH oxidized and gives 3 ATP. 3 3 is 6. 8 ATP molecules. 8. 32 ATP molecules. Yes, that's all. So totally 32 ATP molecules are formed. Next. So these 24 alone Krebs cycle. These 24 alone Krebs cycle. In Krebs cycle, 3 NADH formed. Next, when pyruvic acid is converted into acetyl coenzyme A, here 1 NAD formed, NAD ion formed. 1 NAD one side, in another side 1 NAD. 2 NADH formed. Each NAD oxidizes and gives 3 ATP molecules. In such a way, 3 2 is 6. Okay, 32 plus 6, totally 38 ATP molecules. Already here I said, during glycolysis is converted into pyruvic acid. This pyruvic acid is oxidized and gives 38 ATP molecules. So each ATP, one ATP molecule gives 7,600 kilocalories of energy, or 7.6 calories of energy. 7.6 into 38 ATP. Calculate it, how much energy. If one glucose molecule is oxidized, this much quantity of energy is released in our body. Okay, this is the explanation about Krebs cycle. Okay, with this Krebs cycle is finished. Tomorrow we will see